This is what dreams are made of. 넌 정말 좋겠다. Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome to this video. Thank you very much for clicking on it. I really appreciate it. Today, it is a blessed day. The Sserafim have blessed us with a special performance video for Smart. Everybody liked that. Everybody loved that. Everybody's thrilled. Would I have loved, like, you know, an Eve et al. Style music video, like full-on production? Yeah, but am I mad? No, because Lord knows these girls are busy and they work freaking hard, and, you know, the fact that we've got this is phenomenal enough. So yeah, I'm real happy and I'm real excited. I love this song so much. I could talk about this song all day. I know that they've now started promoting it on music shows. It's incredible. It's a great time. Honestly, they've just been doing really well in general. They have, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they swept the week for music show wins, which we love to see it. Speaking of, though, I do want to talk about the encore situation. I'm going to save it to the end, so if you don't care, if you're not interested, like, obviously you can just ignore that. But after we've watched this, I want to talk about that because I have some thoughts and I have some feelings that I want to share with you guys. And yeah, this is how I let those out. So if you are interested in my thoughts on, like, the Seraphim and their encores and all of that sort of stuff, feel free to stay to the end. But if not, yeah, it's all good. You do what you do. I do not control your life and you do not control mine. Free will. Anyway, I'm super keen for this, so let's just get into it. If you don't know, I have already reacted to the showcase stage of this. I reacted to that when it happened. It was a great time. Lost my mind. Yeah. So a reaction to this performance does already exist. That's over on Patreon. I did the showcase stages at the same time that I did my album listen. So if you want to see, like, my original getting punched in the face by everything that Chaewon did, including breathing, then that's over there. But this reaction is purely just self-indulgence. I love this song. I think this choreo is incredible, this performance is incredible, and I could watch it and listen to it all day. And I have. This song, so at the start of the year, I started a new Spotify account, because the Spotify account that I had before, I'd had since, I don't even know, like, around the time that I started uni, which is over 10 years ago now. And it was just bothering me. It was bothering me that there was so much music on there that I didn't listen to anymore, and I just wanted a fresh start and a clean slate. So I started a new Spotify account at the beginning of this year, which means, you know, getting all new stats in and whatnot. Within a day of this song getting released, it was my #1 listened to song, like, on this account, all time on Spotify. I love this song. I've listened to this song so much. I've listened to it more than I've listened to Easy, which is impressive because I've listened to Easy a lot. Anyway, that's a really long intro. I don't care. I could honestly talk about this song and how much I love it for days. So let's just get into this. I don't know how much of a reaction this is actually going to be, but we're just going to have a good time and try not to die. The outfits are gorgeous. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. I love the coloring, the lighting. Gorgeous. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Listen, I am a firm believer that this song, let all of them do an incredible job with this song and with this performance. I think the standouts are Kazuha and Chaewon, but all of them do a great job. But Miss Kim Chaewon, the way this song is just her song, like, it's just hers now. It belongs to her. It is her song. It is her world. We're all living in it, and we should be very grateful to do so. You know, like, that's the energy, the vibe, the feeling that I get when Taewon is in the center and doing her thing on this song is literally like she owns the world and we are at her mercy. That's how I feel. And that's so impressive for one person to create that feeling in another person. That's insane when you think about it. Anyway. Ah. This choreo is so fun. There's so many fun little details and random little things that they've utilized in this. First of all, I love the fluidity that Kazuha has here, and then goes right into those really quick, sharp little body pops. But just when the beat there goes, they're hitting that with their chest, and it's just such a great little detail, and I love it. It's great. I think Kazuha does that bit the best. I went through, I think I was watching like a full cam, or was it a fan cam of the showcase stage? I can't remember. I was watching something where it was like a full version, like kind of like this, where you just like straight on just looking at them all, and I kind of like pause and I watched each one of them do that isolation, and I think in that video that I watched anyway, Kazuha was the one that hit it the best. I'm not going to do it here because I don't want to be here all day, but rest assured I will do that later. His hair looks so pretty. Way. Look at it. It's so pretty. It's so gorgeous. All the different like shades and that. Oh, that's so pretty. Her hair is stunning. Okay. Hey queen. Wow. There she goes. The hair grab is so a lot. It's a lot. I would say it's unnecessary, but it's not. It's so totally necessary. This choreo is so good. My knees could never. Do you think this is how Yunjin hurt her knee? Because I know she's had like a little band-aid on her knee and she was bleeding quite a lot. And oh yeah, you can see it there, little band-aid. I'm gonna assume this is probably how she hurt her knee. Probably. But also, yeah, like my knees could never. The way they drop down and they come back up so slowly, my knees would just be like Okay, anyway, I'm getting distracted and Miss Yunjin is doing her thing and I'm not giving it the attention it deserves. Oh god, the hair whips. I can't get over how pretty Unse's hair looks. Ooh! I blinked. I closed my eyes for a second. We changed locations for a moment. Hey. Honestly, one of my favorite parts of the song is just the way that Taewon says lion, lion there. Lion, lion. It's Mm. Lion. It's just so good. God, it is so breathtaking. This is one of my favorite parts of the choreo as well, is when Taewon goes slow-mo. I'm so sorry, Kuna. The slow-mo while everyone else is... Don't you bite your finger at me, Miss Man. God, I love this song so much. I love this song. I love this choreo. I love them. I love them. That's my girls. That's my girls right there. That's my girls. That's my group. That's my ride or die. That's my ride or die. Oh, man. I already know I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch this like 10 times in my own time later. I'm not going to do it right now because I do kind of want to go and eat some food in a minute. But rest assured, that will be happening later. And I'm just going to like take time to just watch each member and revel in their amazing performance skills. Anyway, like I said in the beginning, I want to take a second to talk about the encore situation. So, if you're still here and you want to hear my thoughts on this and you don't know what the deal is, so basically, like I said, the Sserafim have been doing very, very well on music shows, and I'm pretty sure in this past week they swept the week, or at least got very, very close. Oh, that's a good point, actually. I don't know if they... The only one I'm not sure about is the show. I know that they won, I think, anyway, pretty much every other music show award, but I don't know if the show aired this week. And if it did, I don't know. Anyway, regardless, they've done really well. And they've come under scrutiny, I guess, because the vocals in their encore performances have been inconsistent, I think is probably the best word I can use there. Inconsistent. You know, some members more than others and all of that sort of stuff. And there's been so much talk back and forth, like people... It's obviously people just throwing hate at them, and then other people being like, you know, trying to offer like constructive criticism, and then other people just making excuses, and it's just like, you know, fan culture being the little cesspool that it is. Occasionally, most of the time. My general thoughts on it all are that I am not a delusional fan enough to sit here and say that Sserafim have the strongest vocal line ever in K-pop. They don't. They do not have the strongest vocal line out of the tippity top girl groups at the moment. They just don't. That is a fact. Do I think they have good voices? Yes. Do I enjoy their voices? Yes. Is that ultimately kind of all that matters? Yes. You know, I think Taewon is phenomenal. I think she is the most consistent vocally out of the five of them. I think Yoonjin has a gorgeous tone. Sometimes she struggles a little bit with her stability and whatnot, but for the most part, she's pretty solid. I think Kazaha and Euntae are improving every single release, which is awesome, considering their short training period. Sakura is always going to be a bit of an interesting case. For me, I do like Sakura's voice. I much prefer her voice when she does more of a rapping style than singing. That is just my personal preference. But if she prefers singing, then she can do her thing. She sounds great on songs. That's all that matters to me. So yeah, but I'm not going to sit here and say that Sserafim have the greatest vocals ever, and I'm not going to make excuses. Like, sometimes you just have a bad day. Sometimes you just have a bad day and the vocals are shaky. Maybe you're nervous. Maybe, you know, there's issues with your in-ears. Maybe you can't hear yourself properly. Like, there's so many different factors that can come into it. But the fact remains, they do not have the strongest vocal line in K-pop. that's okay. That's the key point. That is okay. Because the beautiful thing, the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing about K-pop, in all of its many, many groups and all of its diversity, in terms of types of groups and group focuses and whatnot, is that not every group has to be perfect at everything, you know? And you don't have to love every group because of one specific thing or another. You can love different groups for different reasons. As a pretty stark example, let's take Mamamoo as a group, right? Mamamoo, very much known for the vocals. They are predominantly a vocal-based group. They are good dancers. They are decent dancers. I would not say they are known for their dancing by any means. Even their strongest dancers, like, you know, I think Huyen is phenomenal. I think she's absolutely phenomenal and super underappreciated as a dancer. But when you compare her to other, like, you know, like main dancers and whatnot in other groups, she still, in my mind and in my opinion, as a non-dancer, is kind of in that, like, middle of the road main dancer range. Okay, so they're not the strongest dancers in the K-pop world, but that's fine. That's fine. That's okay, because that's not what they're known for. That's not their thing. That's not the focus of them as a group. Dancing is not their focus. For the Seraphim, they, from the beginning, have not tried to put themselves forward as a vocal group. They have put themselves forward as a performance group. They are a performance-based group. That is why they have won performance awards. That's why they have been nominated for performance awards. That's why everyone is always talking about their performances, because that is what they do. That is their focus. When it comes to, like, the like music side of their things, like, if we're not talking about variety stuff, because that's a whole different thing, when it's just like focused on like the music side of K-pop, they are a performance focused group. And I personally, while it is amazing when you get a group like NMIXX, for example, who is just like insane on all levels, whether it's dance, rap, or vocals, you know, those kind of groups are actually pretty few and far between. You don't get a whole ton of NMIXXs every generation. Most groups have a specific focus, whether it's a vocal focus, whether it's a dance / performance focus, whether it's a rap focus, you know? And especially with groups with smaller members, I think you tend to see those focuses more predominantly. So like you take a look at like 17, for example, they have so many members that they can specifically have units dedicated to performance, units dedicated to vocals, unit dedicated to rap, because they have 13 members. They have the flexibility to do that. If there were only 5 of them, like there were in Sserafim, we would probably see them a little bit more focused to one on the other, depending on which members it was. So, long story short, I'm waffling a little bit now, but I hope you still are kind of following me, is I do not believe that Sserafim need to be the greatest vocal group ever, because that's not their strength. It's just not. I think Taewon and Yoonjin have the possibility to be incredible vocalists. They, you know, keep honing their skill and honing their craft. I think the other 3 have enough there to do what needs to be done and make up for it in other areas, whether it's dance, performance, variety skills, whatever. And as a whole, as a unit, regardless of whether they have a couple of shaky encores or not, they're still going to be my number 1 group. Like, that doesn't change that fact for me, because they're not a group that I love because of their vocals. They're a group that I love for so many other reasons beyond that, you know? And I guess the main reason why I wanted to talk about this was, like, I know that for me, sometimes it can be really disheartening when you see a lot of hate towards your favorite group. groups. It can be really, really disheartening. Like, I've just learned, you know, Twitter is one thing. TikTok stands are fucking terrifying. They are just so gross. There are like, oh, the TikTok comment sections are horrendous, and I've basically learned at this point to just not go into TikTok comments. Like, I just no. As soon as I see like a K-pop related TikTok, if it's something that I want to watch, I will just enjoy it, and I will ignore the fact that comments exist, and I will continue on my merry way. But anyway, yeah, sometimes it can be really disheartening when you see a lot of hate towards your favorite groups, especially about something that is to so many people very, very important, and it's not necessarily something that you can just brush off as being really trivial. It can suck, but I guess I would just say, you know, as the saying goes, the haters are always gonna hate. Always. They're always gonna find something. And the only thing you can do is acknowledge the fact that these 5 girls are not perfect in every way, you know. All you can do is do that and just continue to love them anyway. That's basically it. You know, having a couple of bad encores does not a terrible performer make by any means. And honestly, at the end of the day, they're still winning. They're still performing those encores. Also, can I just say, the recorder encore? Stunning. That was genius. It was excellent. I watched the TikTok as well of Kazuha and Yunjin with the recorders and Sakura dancing to it. So funny. Yeah, that was genius. But yeah, they're still winning. It literally doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter if their encores aren't great, because you know what? They still won. They're still winning. And I just, brings me joy. Anyway, that's my little rant on that. Feel free to discuss in the comments. Keep it lighthearted. Keep it positive. If I see any like super negative or hatey bullshit, I'm just gonna delete it, because nobody's got time for that. Let's keep this a nice, fun place. But yeah, otherwise, just ignore the bullshit and just keep watching this. Just keep watching this beautiful, beautiful video over and over and over again. It'll be great. Anyway, I'm going to end this one here now. Thank you guys very, very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.